Good morning everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is officially December, which means it is time to pick out the TBR for the month. Now this month has been very crazy already and I've definitely done my best to be intentional to read. I've actually already started reading one of the books that I've planned out for this month, and it's just a continuation for a series that I've been working on. I definitely do want to be able to kind of show you guys what I enjoy reading, but I also would love to hear from you guys. Any book suggestions that you have, your favorite genres that you like to read. Anything like that. I think it would be really cool to create a community on here where we can just share interests and just be a book family. So that's really what I want to create here on this channel and this platform. This is definitely something that I've been wanting to do for quite a long time, and I'm making that jump to do it. So here we are. And let's just get into this video. The first book that I just want to start with is the book that I'm currently reading already, and this is called A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. I know that some people say Maas, but I'm not quite sure. Anyways, this is the third book in the Avatar series. This is a series that I started, I want to say mid to late October, and I will say this has probably been one of my top fantasy series that I've read so far. It has also been the longest fantasy series that I have read, so it has taken me a bit of time to just get through this. But I just want to say, like, it is so worth it. I love the story and the plot line. It was definitely a series that got me out of the reading slump that I was in for quite a while. And I don't know, I loved it so much. I would definitely read this again for sure. I love reading series multiple times if I really love it. I've done that with a couple of series that I've had. They're not fantasy, but if I love books a lot, I will read them multiple times. One thing I do want to say about this series is that I went into it blindly, not knowing much about it, what was in it, just knowing that it was really hyped up on Instagram for sure, and it was something that I was seeing a lot. I love fantasy, and I was in a Walmart one day. I like to peruse the book section. I ended up seeing it, remembered that I had seen a lot of hype on it, but not quite remembering what it was about, just knowing that it was fantasy, and began reading it the day after I had bought it. I want to let you know just some things that are in this because I don't want you going into it blindly like I did. Now this series is an adult series, which I was not aware about. This series, I want to let you know, does have language in it. I know some people don't like reading books with a lot of language at all. Another thing I wanted to let you know is that this book does have spice in it because it also has romance in it, which is something I was not aware about. One thing I do want to let you know is that at least for the first and most of the second book, you can skip it. That's what I did most of the time. I don't particularly like reading spice scenes. I don't intentionally buy books that have a lot of spice in it just because it's not for me, and I've learned that. I would for sure not recommend this for younger readers. It is an adult series, so I would really say like 18, 19 and up. I'm just going to read you the synopsis, but if you guys are interested in wanting to learn more about this series, I would definitely be willing to talk to you guys about it. Definitely leave it in the comments or DM me in my Instagram, and I would love to talk to you guys about it. This third book is about Feyre returning to the Spring Court. She's determined to gather information on Tamlin's actions and learn what she can about the invading king threatening to bring her land to its knees. But to do so, she must play a deadly game of deceit. One slip could bring doom not only for Feyre, but for everything and everyone she holds dear. As war bears down upon them all, Feyre endeavors to take her place as one of the high fae of the land, balancing her struggle to master her powers, both magical and political, and her love for her court and family. Amidst these struggles, Feyre and Rysand must decide whom to trust among the cunning and lethal High Lords and hunt for allies in unexpected places. In this thrilling third book of the Court of Thorns and Roses series, the fate of Feyre's world is at stake as armies grapple for power over the one thing that could destroy it. Now, I'm extremely excited for this book. I've heard the third one is probably the most plot-driven book, which I'm really excited for because this plot has some sort of hold on me and I absolutely love it. Now the next book that I am really excited to read is called A Dance of Thieves, and this is by Mary E. Pearson. I have never read any of her work before, but I've heard this duology is really, really great. The second book is a Vow of Thieves, which I'll get to in just a second. But this book is about a formidable outlaw family that claims to be the first among nations. A son destined to lead, thrust suddenly into power, 3 fierce young women of the Rattan, the Queen's premier guard, a legendary street thief leading a mission determined to prove herself, a dark secret that is a threat to the entire continent. When an outlaw leader meets reformed thief, a cat and mouse game of false moves ensues, bringing them intimately together in a battle that may cost them their lives and their hearts. This book sounds really good, and it almost kind of seems like there's an enemies to lovers kind of aspect to it, which in a fantasy book I really loved. I believe this is also a YA book. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty positive that it is. I'm really excited to see the development of this relationship between the 2 characters, the secrets that are going to be revealed that I am assuming is going to cause some kind of war in this book. So I'm really excited for this. But one thing I want to say is that the cover art of this book is absolutely beautiful. I love the colors that were chosen, and it just looks amazing. I love the little details of it, but it's beautiful. On to the next book. The next book is the second book in this duology. Like I said, it's A Vow of Thieves, also by Mary E. Pearson. Just reading the synopsis for you guys, it says that Causey and Jace have survived, stronger and more in love than ever. Their new life now lies before them. The Ballingers will be outlaws no longer. Tor's Watch will be a kingdom, and Causey and Jace will meet all challenges side by side together at last. But an ominous warning mars their journey back, and they soon find themselves tangled in a web of deceit woven by their greatest enemies and unlikeliest allies. A place where betrayals run deeper and more deadly than either had thought possible, and where timeless ambitions threaten to destroy them both. Now, I'm excited for this one because it sounds like it does have a lot of plot twists. I usually don't buy the second book in any type of series or duology unless I've read the first, but I've heard lots of great things about these, especially from my favorite YouTuber that I watch, and that is Haley Pham. You guys should definitely go check her out. But I love the cover art of this book as well. I think it's beautiful. Definitely a huge contrast from the first, black and red, but I think together, when I have them on my bookshelf, they look absolutely beautiful. I'm really excited to read these. These are also fantasy. If you can't tell yet, I love reading fantasy. I think fantasy is probably, in my opinion, one of the coziest genres to read. I know for some people, they have their cozy genres that they like to read during the fall and winter, but fantasy is definitely mine. On to the next book that I really want to get to read this month is called Lark by Alex Astor. I'm really excited to read this book. This is a YA fantasy, and I have heard absolutely amazing things about it. Now, this book is about an island that appears every 100 years, only for 100 days, to host a deadly game where the rulers of 6 realms fight to break their curses and win unparalleled power. Each ruler has something to hide, each curse is uniquely wicked. To break them and save themselves and their realms, one ruler will die. To survive, Isla Crown must lie, cheat, and betray, even as love complicates everything. Now, I've heard this book is almost kind of like a Hunger Games vibe. You know, you have your different districts coming together to fight to the death kind of thing. So I'm really excited to see what that aspect looks like in a fantasy book. And just to see the turns and plot twists of this book. I'm really excited for that, and I'm just really excited for all of these. I'm hoping to get to this this month as well. But I also want to say this cover is absolutely beautiful. One thing I have to say is that fantasy books have one of the most creative cover art out of all of the genres. In my opinion, I think they are absolutely beautiful. The last book I almost forgot to mention, I do not currently own. I do need to go to either a Barnes & Noble or some sort of bookstore to pick it up. And that is A Court of Frost and Starlight, and I will insert a picture just right here if I can. This book is also by Sarah J Maas, but this is the 4th book in the ACOTAR series, but it is also a novella, so it is definitely a shorter book out of all of them. It's definitely the smallest out of all of them. These books are pretty chunky, as you saw with the 3rd one. I'm really hoping that you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe there are some books here today that you guys are interested in reading. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to leave those in the comments. I will try and read them and answer you as much as possible. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that subscribe button and the like button. That would make me absolutely so happy. If you want to, also hit that bell down below to get notifications every time I post a new video. I do not have a set schedule yet. This is just the beginning of me filming videos and posting them, just my YouTube journey. Once I kind of get on a roll of doing this and posting consistently, I will try and create a schedule of posting the same time, same day. As for now, it's really just when I can get them out. I definitely encourage you guys to keep watching on my journey. For family and friends that are on here, thank you so much for just supporting me in this and watching this video all the way through. If you guys did, comment the little book emoji. It's like a little stack of books. I'll put it up here somewhere if you guys don't know what it is. And I'll heart it. That way I know that you guys got through this entire thing. Anyways, I hope you guys have the most amazing day. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.